This edition of the LCL Report brought to you by...
In 2007, Ron Paul began bringing us together to strengthen the freedom movement. Without him, the revolution wouldn't exist. Songs of Freedom, Tales from the Revolution was written to celebrate the freedom movement. It was written by and for every freedom activist. Get your copy today. Available on Amazon.com. Also available as a Kindle download. And remember, when we say revolution, we say it with love.
Hi, this is Terran Lupo, and welcome to Low Country Liberty Report, or LCL Report. Today I'm going to be talking about dumb laws. See, I always was brought up, that if it's the law, you have to follow the law. And later on in life, I started sitting down and thinking, there's a heck of a lot of dumb laws, and there's so many on the books. I mean, there's thousands and thousands of laws on the books that it's really easy to break a bunch of laws you don't know about every day. And then I started kind of examining and talking to people, and they're always like, the police have to follow these laws. Even though they might not like it, they have to enforce the law because it's on the books. So I kept hearing that over and over, and I felt like finding a list of all the stupid laws and seeing if people would agree on all these laws. Because you can't have it both ways. If you're one of these type of people that say, because it's a law, you have to follow it, then you're going to have to follow everything that's on this list I'm about to go through. So enjoy. In Georgia, in Athens County, basically, if you are forced to go out of business, you actually have to get a license to go out of business and have a going out of business sale. It is illegal to use profanity in front of a dead body. You can also get arrested if you own a sex toy. All sex toys are banned in Georgia. If one clown handcuffs another clown while they're wearing clown suits, it's considered S&M abuse. And it's also illegal because it's defined so broadly in Georgia. If an organization not registered as a non-profit fails to register a raffle, so like if you're having a charity raffle and you don't register at the local police force, everybody in that charity can get fined $10,000 and spend 5 years in jail. Rape. One man may not be on another man's back. In Columbus, it's illegal to carve your initials in a tree, even if the tree's on your own property. It's also illegal to cuss over a telephone call. No one may tease an idiot, so I guess any sort of talk show host is in trouble. It is also illegal to do 2-for-1 beers. All Indians must return to the shore of the Chattahoochee River by nightfall. So I guess if you're an Indian and you own a house, tough luck, you're supposed to spend your nights by the river. It is illegal for stores to sell cornflakes on Sundays. In Dublin, Georgia, you may not wear a hood in public. In Gainesville, chicken must be eaten by hands. To use utensils is against the law. In Jonesboro, it's illegal to say, "Oh boy." Here's some stupid New Hampshire laws. You're not allowed to run machinery on Sundays. The law does not define what machinery is, so things like automobiles can be considered machinery. Also in New Hampshire, you may not look up when you relieve yourself if it's a Sunday. I guess it's an insult to God to pee on a Sunday and look up. You may not tap your feet, nod your head, or in any way keep time with music in a restaurant, tavern, or cafe. At White Mountain National Park, if you're caught raking the beaches, picking up litter, hauling away trash, building a bench, or any other kind of improvement to the park without a permit, you get fined $150 for maintaining the national forest without a permit. In Ohio, this is a shout out to my friend Jason at Sequel CAI. It is illegal for more than 5 women to live in one house. No one may be arrested on Sunday or the 4th of July. Now, actually, that might be a really useful law to try to pull out in a court somewhere. Everybody that gets a speeding ticket or is in trouble on a Sunday could pull that law out technically and use it. I'd love to see some liberty activism on that. Posting any sign in the swimming pool is illegal. It's also a misdemeanor to play any game in a public park without the superintendent's permission. So no playing an impromptu game of baseball or basketball or anything. Cross-dressing is against the law. It is against the law to roller skate without notifying the police first. While standing in front of a man's picture. So if you have a picture of your husband, you're breaking the law. A policeman is legally allowed to bite a dog to quiet them, but throwing a snake at anyone is illegal. Also, it is illegal to run out of gas. If you run out of gas in Ohio, you're breaking the law. Let's go over to Arizona for our friends over at Freedom's Phoenix. When being attacked by a criminal or burglar, you can only protect yourself with the same weapon that that other person possesses. So if a guy comes at you with a knife, you have to have a knife. If he comes at you with a gun, you have to have a gun. It has to be a fair fight if you're getting mugged. An ordinance prohibits the wearing of suspenders. And in Arizona, it is illegal if women wear pants. You're not allowed to wear pants in Arizona. Let's go over to Missouri with our friends at the Liberty Restoration Project. It is illegal to frighten a baby in Missouri. You can go to jail for that. It's also illegal for more than 4 unrelated persons to occupy the same dwelling. So I suppose every dorm room, just about any apartment building, all that stuff's illegal. Dancing is strictly prohibited. You're not allowed to dance in that state. No person may have a yard sale sign in front of their house. That's illegal. I have no idea why this one's a law, but no person may own a PVC pipe. So I guess if you have PVC piping in your house, that's illegal. You're also not allowed to honk anyone else's horn. So if you're in the passenger seat and you reach over and honk someone's horn, that's illegal. That's it for part 1 of this series. I think I'm going to do a couple of these and hit some states of some friends of mine. This is really about not just pointing out how absurd and stupid some laws are, but also pointing out how absurd it is to follow these laws and basically give this any sort of legitimacy. The idea that some public official like a police officer or a judge doesn't pick and choose which laws they're going to enforce is really ridiculous, because this excuse of, well, I'm just doing my job, I'm just following the law, I don't like it, but I'm just following it, that really can't hold any water. You really got to call people to task on that, because otherwise they have to arrest everybody for every law I just talked about. Use some common sense and stop enforcing laws on innocent people who haven't hurt anybody. There's lots of victimless crimes out there where we're just beating people over the head with revenue collection and throwing people in jail just as a way to make money. So please, focus on real crime where people are actually getting robbed, beat up, and hurt. Stop focusing on victimless crime. As always, this is Terran Lupo for part 1. Good hunting.
LCL Report is looking for advertisers. Do you have a product, service, candidate, or charity that would love to be spotlighted? Look at our numbers. Over 250,000 views this month. Over 700 subscribers this month. Multiple awards on YouTube. Over 500 subscribers to our Facebook group. There's pretty much nothing I won't do for a good story. If you want to know about rates, just email me. So support a business that supports liberty.